Welcome, dear listeners, to a world where the serene and the sinister intertwine. Tonight we delve into the eerie realm of fishing horror stories where the calm of the waters hides unspeakable mysteries. Picture this: remote areas, vast and deep waters, and the cloak of nightfall. These elements come together, creating the perfect backdrop for the unexpected to unfold. It is in these places that the line between reality and the unknown begins to blur. Prepare yourselves for a journey into the unknown. We'll explore three spine-chilling tales, strange encounters that defy explanation, moments of lost time that leave fishermen bewildered, and a mysterious disappearance that haunts the waters to this day. Our first tale takes us to a lonely, fog-shrouded lake. Here, an experienced fisherman decides to venture out, seeking solitude in a secluded spot. Little does he know, the stillness of the lake conceals more than just fish beneath its surface. A shadow appears at the water's edge, standing still and watching him. He begins hearing whispers, words he can't understand, but they seem urgent, foreboding. Summoning the courage, he takes one last look but sees nothing. Only his fishing pole remains where he left it, as if he was never there. Friends and family note a change in him. He never returns to that lake. A father and son go out on a boat at night, excited for a night of bonding and fishing on the bay. After hours with no bites, they notice something strange. A thick fog rolls in, even though it was clear. A dead silence falls over the bay, making even small sounds deafening. No wind, no waves, nothing. They spot small greenish lights in the distance that flicker and float just above the water's surface. The father checks his watch, and they're both stunned to see that hours have passed without memory. They try to restart the boat, but it won't move. They feel like they're being watched, the lights circling them, moving closer, and hear whispers or echoes around them. Suddenly, the boat sputters to life and they flee the bay, reaching shore without any memory of how they got out. Their families confirm they were gone for hours longer than they remember, with both men unable to shake off the terror of that night. A well-known legend about a fisherman who went out to a remote, hidden spot and was never seen again. A curious young fisherman hears the story and decides to try the spot, brushing off warnings as just tall tales. While fishing, he sees an old lure tangled in weeds that doesn't belong to him, with strange marks on it. Strange, rhythmic splashes occur every few minutes, but there's nothing around to make them. His line suddenly gets pulled hard, as if hooked on something deep and massive, nearly dragging him into the water. His boat jerks violently, as if something huge brushed against it. He thinks he sees a hand under the water. Panicking, he realizes he's not the first fisherman to experience this. Could it be the ghost of the angler who disappeared? He tries to row back frantically, but something seems to be pulling him back, making it harder to escape. When he finally reaches shore, he looks back to see what looks like a figure standing in the middle of the lake. Days later, his boat is found drifting, his equipment untouched, but the fisherman is never seen again. Reflect on the eeriness of each story, mentioning how they were all verified by witnesses or known in the local community. Discuss possible theories, from supernatural forces to strange natural phenomena, and how each could explain the events. End with a chilling reminder: for every fisherman who returns, there might be one who doesn't, lost to the mysterious depths. then fade out. As we move from one tale to the next, the air grows thicker with anticipation. Each story weaves a thread into a tapestry of dread, hinting at the chilling connections that bind them all. Listen closely, and you might just feel the haunting presence lurking in the shadows, waiting to reveal itself. As each story unfolds, the surrounding environment is described in eerie detail. Picture the thick fog rolling in, the silence so profound it presses against your ears, and the isolation that amplifies every fear. You can almost hear the faint splash of water or an echoing call in the distance, drawing you deeper into each scene. Introducing brief perspectives from locals or other fishermen, we hear short, ominous quotes that fuel the folklore behind each location. One might say, "It's not just the fish that lurk in those waters," while another warns, "Some things should be left alone out there." Between each story, we reflect on how each encounter left a lasting impact on the survivor. Friends and family note subtle but strange behavioral changes, heightened fear, sleepless nights, or a newfound dread of water. We close with an intense final image. Imagine a boat drifting on a mist-covered lake with no sign of its owner. As the camera pans out, something faint and shadowy appears in the water, just beneath the surface, as the screen fades to black. Pause 3. But what lurks beneath the surface? The unseen terror that silently waits, its presence felt but never seen. As the boat drifts further into the mist, we are left with a haunting question. What other secrets lie hidden in the depths of the lake? Pause 3. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the mysteries that haunt these waters. Pause 3. As the mist thickens, the boat glides silently over the water, the only sound being the gentle lapping of the waves. The unseen terror remains, just that, unseen. But in the silent depths, something stirs. Could it be a creature from a forgotten legend, or perhaps a remnant of an ancient curse? The lake holds its breath, and so do we as we prepare to uncover what lies beneath. Stay tuned, for the silence may soon be broken. Pause 2. As we delve deeper into the unknown, the boat that once carried us starts to fade. Pause 1. A whisper of wind, a ripple in the water, and suddenly, it's as if the vessel was never there. Pause 2. Panic sets in. Pause 1. Are we trapped in a dream, or has the lake claimed another victim? Pause 1. The air thickens with dread. Pause 1. And the silence is no longer comforting but deafening. Pause 2. The vanishing boat leaves us with more questions than answers as we drift further into the abyss. Pause 2. Stay with us as the mystery deepens. Pause 2. As the boat vanishes into the mist, an unsettling sound begins to fill the air. Pause 1. Echoes. Pause 1. Faint at first, but growing louder. Pause 1. Voices from the past, or perhaps warnings for the future. Pause 2. Each echo seems to carry a piece of the lake's dark history, reverberating through time and space. Pause 2. We are not alone. Pause 1. The echoes surround us, a chilling reminder that the lake holds secrets far beyond our understanding. Pause 2. What are they trying to tell us? Pause 1. Stay with us as we unravel the echoes of the lost. Pause 2. As the echoes fade, a final whisper emerges from the depths. Pause 1. It is barely audible, yet it chills the soul. Pause 1. A single word repeated over and over. Beware. Pause 2. The whisper lingers, a haunting message from the lake's shadowy past. Pause 2. What does it mean? Pause 1. And why now? Pause 2. The lake's secrets are far from revealed, and the final whisper leaves us with more questions than answers. Pause 2. Join us as we continue to delve into the mysteries of the lonely lake. Pause 2. As we delve deeper into the enigma of the lonely lake, the haunting echoes grow louder. Pause 1. They seem to come from every direction, surrounding us with an invisible presence. Pause 2. Each echo carries a fragment of a story, a piece of the puzzle, yet none are complete. Pause 1s. The whispers of the past merge with the present, creating a chilling symphony that refuses to be ignored. Pause 2s. What are these echoes trying to tell us? Pause 1s. Are they warnings, memories, or something far more sinister? Pause 2s. The answers remain elusive, buried deep within the lake's dark waters. Pause 2s. Stay with us as we continue to uncover the haunting echoes of the lonely lake. Pause 2s. As the echoes of the past linger, a new presence emerges. Pause 1s. The silent watcher. Pause 2s. It is said that a figure can be seen at the edge of the lake, always observing, never moving. Pause 2s. Some believe it to be a guardian, others a harbinger of doom. Pause 1s. But what does the silent watcher want? Pause 2s. Its eyes, if it has any, seem to pierce through the veil of reality, seeing everything yet revealing nothing. Pause 2s. Is it a mere illusion or a fragment of the lake's dark secrets? Pause 1s. Join us as we attempt to unveil the truth behind the silent watcher. Pause 2s. Beneath the surface of the lake, where light barely penetrates, lies an unseen presence. Pause 1s. It is felt rather than seen, a spectral entity that moves with the currents. Pause 2s. Fishermen speak of sudden chills and inexplicable dread when they cast their lines. Pause 1s. Could this be the same force that gives the silent watcher its power? Pause 2s. Or is it something far more ancient and malevolent? Pause 1s. The unseen presence remains a mystery, lurking just beyond our understanding, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. Pause 2s. As night falls, the shadows around the lake grow longer and darker. Pause 1s. Almost as if they have a life of their own. Pause 2s. Witnesses have reported seeing figures in the twilight. Pause 1s. Only to watch them dissolve into the air as they approach. Pause 2s. These vanishing shadows seem to be drawn towards the water. Pause 1s. Disappearing beneath the surface without a trace. Pause 2s. Are these the souls of those lost to the lake? Pause 1s. Or something far more sinister? Pause 2s. The mystery deepens, leaving us with more questions than answers. Pause 2s. As the shadows fade, pause 1s. The lake's surface begins to ripple with an unsettling rhythm. Pause 2s. A low whisper rises from the water. Pause 1s. Like a distant voice calling out. Pause 2s. The sound is faint. Pause 1s. Yet it carries an eerie weight. Pause 1s. As if the lake itself is trying to communicate. Pause 2s. Some say these are the voices of the lost. Pause 1s. Forever trapped beneath the waves. Pause 2s. Others believe it to be the lake's warning. Pause 1s. A plea for those who listen to stay away. Pause 2s. The whispering waves add yet another layer to the enigma that shrouds this haunting place. Pause 2s. Beneath the whispering waves. Pause 1s. The lake's depths hold secrets long forgotten. Pause 2s. As divers have ventured below. Pause 1s. They've reported seeing strange formations. Pause 1s. Almost as if structures from another time lie buried beneath. Pause 2s. Some claim to have felt an unseen presence. Pause 1. So watching them from the shadows. Pause 2s. The deeper you go. Pause 1s. The more the water seems to close in. Pause 1s. As if it doesn't want you to leave. Pause 2s. What lies hidden in these depths? Pause 1s. The answer remains a chilling mystery. Pause 1s. Guarded by the lake's silent guardians. Pause 2s. And then there was the final encounter. Pause 1s. A lone fisherman, pause 1s, casting his line at the break of dawn, pause 2s, felt a sudden, inexplicable pull, pause 1s. As he struggled to reel in his catch, pause 1s, the water began to churn violently, pause 2s. Out of the depths, pause 1s, a figure emerged, pause 1s, not quite human, pause 1s, not quite beast, pause 2s, eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. Pause 1s. It stared at him. Pause 1s, as if peering into his very soul. Pause 2s. The fisherman, frozen in terror. Pause 1s. Could do nothing but watch. Pause 2s. In an instant, the figure vanished. Pause 1s, leaving only ripples on the surface. Pause 2s. What was it? Pause 1s. No one knows. Pause 2s. But the lake never gave back its secrets. Pause 1s. And the fisherman, pause 1s, he was never the same again. Pause 2s. As dawn broke over the lake once more, pause 1s, the air was thick with an unsettling calm. Pause 2s. The fisherman, now a shadow of his former self, pause 1s, stood at the water's edge, pause 1s, his eyes scanning the horizon. Pause 2s. He claimed he saw something. Pause 1s. Just for a fleeting moment. Pause 1s. A silhouette against the rising sun. Pause 2s. Was it a trick of the light? Pause 1s. Or had the lake's mysterious guardian returned? Pause 2s. No one could say for certain. Pause 1s. But one thing was clear. Pause 1s. The lake held its grip on him. Pause 1s. And perhaps, pause 1s, it always would. Pause 2s. The last glimpse. Pause 1s. Forever etched in his memory. Pause 1s. A haunting reminder of what lies beneath. Pause 2s. And so, the legend of the lake lived on. Pause 1s. Shrouded in mystery and fear. Pause 2s. As the sun dipped below the horizon, pause 1s, the lake was bathed in an eerie twilight. Pause 2s. The fisherman, unable to shake the feeling of being watched, pause 1s, found himself drawn back to the water's edge. Pause 2s. There, he heard it. Pause 1s. A sound that defied explanation. Pause 2s. It was not a cry, pause 1s, nor a whisper, pause 2s, but something in between. Pause 1s. A silent scream. Pause 2s. Echoing through the stillness. Pause 1s. Chilling him to the core. Pause 2s. His heart raced. Pause once, and his breath caught in his throat. Pause 2s. He knew then, pause 1s, that the lake's secrets were far from uncovered. Pause 2s. The silent scream, pause 1s, a harbinger of the unknown, pause 2s, left him frozen in fear. Pause 1s. And as the darkness enveloped the landscape, pause 2s, the legend grew. Pause 1's more terrifying than ever before. Pause 2s. In the dead of night, pause 1s, the fisherman remained at the water's edge. Pause 2s, unable to leave. Pause 1s. The air grew colder. Pause 2s, and a dense fog began to roll in. Pause 1s. He strained to listen. Pause 2s, hoping to hear nothing. Pause 1s, but dreading the opposite. Pause 2s. Then it came. Pause 1s. A whisper so faint. Pause 2s. It seemed to rise from the depths of the lake itself. Pause 1s. The words were indistinguishable. Pause 2s. Yet their intent was clear. Pause 1s. A warning. Pause 2s. Or perhaps a plea. Pause 1s. The fisherman's heart pounded. Pause 2s. And his mind raced with the possibilities. Pause 1s. The final whisper. Pause 2s. A chilling reminder that some secrets are meant to remain hidden. Pause 1s. And as the fog thickened, pause 2s, he realized, pause 1s, he was not alone. Pause 2s. The lake had claimed another soul. Pause 1s. And its whispers would haunt him forever.